Well, let's bring in Victor Davis Hanson, Hoover Institution Senior Fellow and author of Dying Citizen. Victor, just stand there for 1 second. I think this is worth hearing one more time. Take a listen to this use of the Hitler reference again. Listen.
A lot of people have tried to draw similarities between Mussolini and Hitler and the use of the terminology like vermin and the drive that those men had towards autocracy and dictatorship. The difference, though, I think makes Donald Trump even more dangerous, and that is he has no philosophy he believes in. He is not trying to expand the boundaries of the United States of America. He's not trying to overcome a neighboring country like Putin is in Ukraine. He is not going for some grandiose scheme of international dominance. All he wants is to look in the mirror and see a guy who's president. All he cares about is selfish self-promotion. That's the only philosophy he has, which makes him even more dangerous.
So before Victor Davis Hanson is here, I will speak for myself, not necessarily Victor. You can join this, but I think MSNBC should censor McCaskill. They should have her apologize. McCaskill just said Donald Trump is worse than Hitler. It's shocking. Victor, my question to you is this new round of anti-Semitism, being able to use the Hitler reference and the Nazi reference, which used to be off limits, is that because of what's going on in the Middle East?
Partly, I think it is. It's ironic for two reasons. And one is, of course, they're the ones using that, as you point out, that term. Representative Goldman from New York just 2 days ago tweeted that Donald Trump should be eliminated. And what I don't understand about that is when you talk about the Middle East, who did more for the Jewish nation than Donald Trump? I mean, he got out of the Iran deal. He killed Soleimani. He cut off Hamas from U.S. funding. He declared the Houthis a terrorist organization. He moved the embassy to Jerusalem. He declared the Golan Heights would be. He was the best friend. That's even before the
Abraham Accords, right?
Yeah,
Abraham Accords was reunited. Yeah, go ahead.
What's causing this? I think they're very scared, Eric. I think they understand that after the Russian collusion hoax, the disinformation hoax, trying him as a private citizen, these 4 indictments, they can't stop him. And I think they're afraid he will get the nomination elected. And then they project. They're thinking, if I were Donald Trump, given my values, and they did all this to me, and then I withstood it, and then I got to be power, then I would go after all my enemies, and I would do some very bad things. And they're projecting what they would do if they were in Trump's place on Trump. But in truth, Trump never did any of that. He never weaponized the FBI or the DOJ or the CIA. In fact, he gave Anthony Fauci a Medal of Freedom. So, I mean, he had a lot of tough rhetoric, but when you actually compare what he did compared to Biden or Obama, he was very mild. He didn't weaponize the institutions in the way that they would do if they had the similar power. So I think a lot of it's projection. They think Trump must be just like us, and if we were going to be president, we would sure go after people.